Hello and welcome to Green Hill Garage. In today's video we're going to take our 1984 Ford F-150 and do a little turning on the carburetor, see if we can get it to run right, and then winterize it. So Trey and I, we're both getting ready to go to college here. In the next 3 days we're going to be leaving, so all our projects are going to need to be ready to basically survive the cold, because we'll be coming back for a Christmas break and then we'll get to work more on our projects. But in the meantime, everything needs to be able to survive. I just stole this battery here off of one of our tractors just so we get this thing running, and I rigged up a cheap clicker pump. This is that same clicker pump from that mule, and it seems to feed this carburetor fine. So we're gonna do a little messing around with the old Quadrajet, see what's needed to get this thing to fire up. We cut off the exhaust off of it the other day. We were making a Recla run and we wanted to get some money off those old catalytic converters. Yeah, you can see it's an actual Quadrajet. It's not supposed to be a Quadrajet, but it is. And the other day when we were cutting off those exhausts, I looked at the vacuum lines. I noticed we had 3 or 4 of them that had some pretty major leaks. So I'm hoping that was the cause of why we couldn't get to run for longer than like 5 seconds. We also put some fresh oil in it. So we'll see. We're gonna need to flush out the radiator here because it's empty. So we're just gonna fire this thing up if we can and wheel it over there and go get some water at our hydrant. So I've got just a fuel can rigged up here off the clicker pump. This seal's pretty tight, so I'll fire the pump up here and we'll see if it'll start. Okay guys, take it in. Got an alarm, we're in park. Give the gas pedal 2 pumps. Seems like it's running, guys. It's idling. Well, that's pretty sweet. Catching, so we'll back this thing on up over, go put some water in it. Power steering works, that's good. I filled it up, but I didn't know if it would work. It's kind of rarity too, I don't even hear it. Usually on those Fords they whine pretty bad. As you can see, none of our tachometers are working, so I have no idea, but it seems a little high on the idle, so we'll need to figure that out. Okay, now I don't have to yell anymore. Step outside here. I see you, Dutch. You have food, you be good. He's a greedy little sucker. Okay, so shut off our pump here. It's a really stiff old handle. Okay, now that the pump's off, I'll just move this can aside and we'll slowly fill it up with water, and then we'll see if we can't flush the block out. Okay, so we got the water in now. That's really gonna hopefully flush around inside the block. I haven't thrown any vinegar or dish soap or anything inside of there. So we'll see what we get out. I don't think this block would be too bad, but you never know. It'd be a good idea to flush it before we just throw coolant in it. So we'll drive it around a little bit and get it warmed up. The first thing we could do, I suppose, is go wheel it over to our shop and pump up that tire. Because that'd really help it out, have a full tire before we go cruising around. So I'll pull it over to the shop and we'll pump up the tire. Okay guys, so it's the next day. I ended up filling up the tires, but then we ran out of time. We had to go up and fix fence. The cows had broke down our summer pasture fence. So we got the tire all pumped up. These are an old set of tires that we had off of our Cadillac back when Trey and I had Cadillac that our grandparents gave us. Old 81 Seville, but it shares these, I believe they're like a 215, 7515. Super cheap tires. We just put them on there. Now this Ford 9-inch, it's a 350 rear end. I think I've told you that before, but I can't remember. So Ford 9-inch with the 350 gearing. I think what we're gonna do is, if we do build out this truck, we're gonna look to put a set of 31 1050 15s, and definitely not these wheels. Maybe clean up these wheels, see if we could run them, because that's what was on these wheels, the set 31 1050s that were completely rotten. But I've seen these trucks do really well, but I'd like to get that gearing to around 410 411. I think if a Ford 9-inch is only come in a 411 gearing, but I'd like to see that, especially with that C6. The C6s aren't known for being all that great of a low end. The good news is we have a 4-low transfer case, so that'll really help us out. So we'll fire this thing up, take it for a spin. I gotta drive it around. We'll fill up the water, because I'm certain that leak on that radiator hose kind of got to it. I didn't really tighten down the radiator hose all that tight, so we'll go drive on over, fill this thing up with water, and go drive it around some more and heat it up. So guys, we got pretty good oil pressure, so we're just gonna start going ahead, see if we can't roast that tire down a little. There we go, guys. Ah, what the heck, let's do it again. Let's set you guys up for a better view. Okay guys, that was pretty fun. I've never actually really done a burnout. All my vehicles, the tires were too expensive. These ones are nice and cheap. As you can see, we got it good and hot. I don't really want to pop this tire, because if you'll notice, we're slinging rubber pretty good. But I'd actually want to keep this glass, just in case whatever body I find still has glass. So I'm not too attached to the glass, so that's why I didn't bother covering it or anything. As you can see, we got rubber scattered all over the place. That was pretty fun. I've never actually done a burnout, so that's something new for me. I got rubber scattered all over the place. So we're gonna park this thing, but first we're gonna go over here. We'll let this engine simmer down a little bit. I didn't actually push it all that hard. That was all about a quarter throttle. So this engine's got gobs of power. So yeah, that's good to see. We'll pull that lower radiator hose there. We'll let this thing cool off a little bit. Pull that, flush this block, and then put some coolant in. But yeah, really happy with this platform. Feels like the transmission held up fine. I didn't feel any weird spots in it. The engine, we still got some more tuning on that carburetor, but I'm not even certain at this point that's going to be the final carburetor. Yeah, the rubber's just sticky as all get out. But yeah, that was fun. So we're gonna call it for this video, guys. Thank you all for watching. We're actually gonna be heading off to college here in about 3 days. So like I said, well, actually it's almost 2 now. Let's see, today's Saturday, we leave on Tuesday. So yeah, we're leaving right around the corner. That's why I'm getting all my projects winterized here. We're gonna be coming back for Christmas break. So all the videos you see from now on out are either videos we already shot and we just had to edit. We're looking at joining the automotive club at Liberty University. So we may have some videos there. I wouldn't expect it though. We're kind of just going to be doing stuff that students do, getting in a groove for the first semester here. So a lot of the videos you'll see were already filmed this summer. But yeah, I'd like to keep it going. Over Christmas break, you'll see us again. We've got more projects coming up over Christmas break. So stay tuned for that. Again, thank you all for watching. Remember to hit the subscribe button. It really helps us out. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers here. I don't really have a specific date, but I'd like to get to 1,000. All right, so that's it for this video. Thank you all for watching. Again, hit the subscribe button, check out our other videos, and we will see you guys next time.